Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, and to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or if you are checking for your family and friends and just want to hang out with the goats of the zodiac, this is going to be your tarot and oracle card message for the week of March 26th through April 1st of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful week so far. All right, Cap, let's go ahead and get into it and see what we got going on for you this week. Well, to start off things, the dominant vibration energy that you're bringing into the week is that of the Two of Swords in reverse. This is good. This means that a stalemate is dropping. Where there was once a stop sign and caution tape, it is time for you to move forward. It almost kind of gives me construction zone kind of vibes. That's what it kind of gives me. So it's like you've been under construction, or different parts of your life may have been under construction. And now that this the Two of Swords in reverse, you kind of feel like you actually have the freedom to move forward finally. Now, as far as some of the challenges for the week, some of the major events and themes of the week that you can expect to see is going to be that of, well, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. So it's like you're powering up. Yeah, you definitely feel like you have been released from something and now you're feeling powered up and you're ready to move forward. The question is, what route do you take? That's the major question. So I think there's going to be different situations that come up throughout this week that it's pretty much going to be a question. It's like, do I act in the way that the old me would have acted, or do I act in the way that this newer version of me will act, or the authentic true version of me? Which way am I going to go? Which way am I going to go? And you're probably going to choose a mixture of both. You're probably not going to, it's not going to be 100% where you choose to act in the way that your true authentic self would act. You're going to go back to the old ways of here and there because you're human. We're all human, and that's just how it is. But hopefully that percentage or the proportion leans a little bit more towards you acting more in your true authenticity. Now, as far as like the outcome of the week and the solution for the week, I have I have the Seven of Swords upright. The Seven of Swords upright. So it's an interesting one. Feeling there's gonna be a feeling of being backstabbed here. You might be the one doing the backstabbing, though. I don't think you're the one doing the backstabbing. Am I back? Okay, that's good. Man, Capricorn, what happened? We like dipped out there for a bit, and now we're back. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that in there because it's probably something there. You probably feel like you got robbed out of the rest of this reading or that little bit of the reading. And now you're gonna be feeling like you're left out. It's like, oh crap. Why am I the one that's getting left out? How come this robbed me of the time and stuff like that? How come, I'm the one being left out and I don't have enough and stuff like that. So, that would be the old way that you would think. That's the old you. The new you. Let's look at what the new you will be doing, how you will come at it. I got the Three of Swords in reverse. Capricorn, there's definitely this is interesting. The reading started off with, you know, like you kind of going past the stop sign. Like the caution tape is gone, it moved, and now you're feeling powered up. But then it's at the moment that you get powered up, something happens, something random's gonna happen, something weird out of nowhere. And then when the light comes back on, it almost feels like you're back to square one. Like you're back outside, you know. It almost it feels weird. I think this whole week Capricorn is going to feel a bit like a dream. Now the Three of Swords is one of those weird cards where it's like whether it's reverse or upright, it kind of doesn't necessarily have the greatest energy. Now when it's reversed, this is just you folk. It's like the pain of a heartbreak from the past just comes back up. Something that you have already gone through, something that you might have already processed, but it's like the pain of something like that comes up, and it reminds you, if it reminds you of something from the past. So it's like a scar, if you will. So like your scar is kind of radiating, kind of like Harry Potter and shit. That's what's kind of coming up here. Even if you've already processed this sort of thing, and it doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. It can be a heartbreak in maybe a friendship that collapsed, or maybe a job didn't turn out the way that you thought, or something, or maybe you tried to start like a new health regimen and that didn't go exactly the way that you want. It's like, dude, you're going to be reminded of something, and then you're going to be feeling like the universe is like taking from you. But I think it's really just more of a lesson. I think it's more of a lesson. I think the major lesson, of course, with that Two of Wands is how do you act? How do you respond? What road do you take? Are you acting in the old you, in the old way, where you feel like you don't have enough, where you lack the self-confidence, where you lack the self-worth and realizing your value, and because of that you don't become a leader in your own life? Or do you go the true authentic route and realize that no one can climb mountains like you, and that these steep cliffs, the way that a goat is able to climb these cliffs is damn near a miracle. So no one can really do what you do, Capricorn. So that's why, in many ways, the universe will put you under a lot of these pressures and stressors, is because you are actually able to handle it. So I think this is about you realizing that you are far more equipped to handle things than you realize. But are you going to act from a place of victimhood, or are you going to act from a place of realizing your power? That's what it comes down to. Now for your dice roll, I have Neptune in 11. I have Neptune in 11. So let's say Neptune's going to be playing a pretty significant role for you this week, even though it is 11. So the energy is going to be a little bit more on the subtle end. You may perceive it as weak, but it's going to be a little bit more subtle. So, Venus will be getting closer to Neptune, of course, here in your third house. You have a lot of stuff that's going on in your mind right now, Capricorn. A lot of pressure in your mind right now. So I think that's part of what's going on here. Especially with that Seven of Swords, don't rob yourself of seeing the beauty in your life right now. Don't rob yourself of seeing your wins. Don't rob yourself of seeing just how far you've come, just because you feel like you need to do more or should have been further along at this point. That's why the Three of Swords is there in reverse. It's like, try not to get so hung up on these false expectations appearing real, and just appreciate what is going on right now and see the magic in the day-to-day reality, if you will. See the magic. It's like you have to learn how to see the magic again, feel the magic again. I have Divine Feminine. I don't really draw this card that often, but I have Divine Feminine for your Oracle card. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Yeah, so I think, Capricorn, this is a week where you don't necessarily want to force the issue too much. You need to be a little bit more open and receptive. I think it's interesting too, of course, with that Neptune on the dice roll, how Venus is very, very close to Neptune come the end of the week. So this is definitely a week of opening up and receiving, and not necessarily trying to like just completely force your because we all have an aspect of our ego that's a bit dogmatic, but this is not about forcing your dogmatic views on how you think things should look. This is about you accepting that, sometimes there's heartbreak in life, sometimes there are challenges in life. Sometimes it can feel like we're being left out, but you're not really being left out. You're not really being, cast aside. If anything, kids. If you are feeling that, it's because you're continuing to perpetuate that on yourself. So, I think this is going to be a week, Capricorn, where it's a little bit longer of a reading for you guys. But I think you just want to ask yourself before you take any action. You want to just ask yourself, you know, how would my higher self take this action? And I think that's really what it comes down to. And the answer is going to be more intuitive. That's why the divine feminine energy is here. It's going to be a lot more intuitive, which is why, like I said, you don't necessarily want to try and force your like logic on it or a bunch of facts and shit. Just ask yourself before you take any action, especially if it's like a larger or bigger action. It's like, what would my higher self do? What would Jesus do? But yeah, what would my higher self do? How would they act? Well, or it's like being the person that you needed growing up. You know what I mean? How would my hero act in the situation? And then do that thing. That's going to do it, Capricorn, for your tarot and oracle card reading. I apologize. I didn't think that the connection was going to cut out there for a little bit, but we got it done. And I'm going to keep it in the reading because I do believe it was meant to be there. I trust that this message will assist you on your journey this week. I hope that you all enjoyed this message. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to my website, jphoenix.com. And as always, y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful week, Cap. I will see you all on the next video, be it the tarot and oracle card reading for next week, or if you watch my daily astrology forecasts. Peace.